ಈಗ ಆಂಥಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅಂತಮ್ ಏನಾಗದ
A happy morning with state one and all. Respected speaker, esteemed chairperson, research scholars, and other participants, faculty members, and dear students. I am Mrs. Sridevi Prabhu, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, feel privileged to anchor this session. Welcome to the technical session of the International Conference Anveshana 2026, organized by the Department of Commerce and Management. The theme of today's technical session is Sustainable and Ethical Practices in Modern Business Management. In the present global business environment, sustainability and ethical governance have become essential pillars for responsible and long-term organizational success. This session aims to provide valuable insights into how businesses can integrate ethical values with sustainable practices for a better future. To formally begin this session, I invite Mrs. Vidya V.S., Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, everyone. Respected Chairperson, esteemed speaker, distinguished participants, and dear attendants, a very warm and cordial welcome to all of you to this technical session on the theme Sustainable and Ethical Practices in Modern Business Management. At the outset, it is my great privilege to warmly welcome our respected Chairperson, Dr. Manju S., Professor at Government Women's College, Hunsur. Sir is a distinguished academician with rich experience in teaching and research, and we are truly honored to have him with us today. A heartfelt welcome to you, sir. It gives me great pleasure to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Dilshad Begum, Associate Professor in Department of Commerce at Government Autonomous College, Madhya University, Madhya. With her rich academic experience and contributions to the field of commerce, she brings valuable insights and expertise to this session. A hearty welcome to you, ma'am. I also extend a warm welcome to all the participants, presenters, and attendees who have joined this session. Your presence adds value and meaning to this academic gathering. I am confident that this session will provide valuable insights and meaningful discussions. With this, I once again welcome you all and look forward to an engaging and enriching session. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm words of welcome. Now, it is my privilege to introduce the speaker for this technical session, Dr. Dilshad Begum. Dr. Dilshad Begum holds MCom, MPhil, and PhD degrees and is currently serving as an Associate Professor in the Department of Commerce at Government College Autonomous Mandya, affiliated to Mandya University. She has 28 years of teaching experience, including 16 years in government colleges, and has made significant contributions to academic administration and research. She has served as the director for the School of Commerce and Management at Mandya University and is presently the chairperson of the Board of Studies in Commerce and chairperson of the Board of Examination for PG in Commerce at Mandya University. Dr. Dilshad Begum is also actively involved in several academic responsibilities, including PG Coordinator, IQAC Coordinator, Academic Advisory Committee Member, and POSH and ICC Committee Member at Mandya University. In the field of research, she is a recognized PhD research guide supervising 6 scholars and has presented more than 40 research papers and published more than 40 research articles in national and international journals. She has also published 2 books and has participated in more than 100 national and international seminars and conferences. With her vast academic and research experience, we are indeed privileged to have her with us today. With great pleasure, I invite Dr. Dilshad Begum ma'am to deliver the technical session address on sustainable and ethical practices in modern business management. Over to you.
Good morning, one and all. It's both an honor and a privilege to address this gathering on the topic sustainable and ethical practices in modern business management. Who's going to operate this? As we know, traditionally, the business they have a primary objective. They'll be having a maximization of a profit. But as the modern business has arrived and many technological aspect has been introduced, so what happened due to the environmental consequences? Can you give me this?
You want hand mic, ma'am? Very long.
It's okay, it's okay. So, there are the responsibility for the business that it should have possibilities and ethically for the empowerment of future business generation. So now we are the business organization in the world, instead of having a profit maximization, now thought of doing a value maximization where we can judge ethically the environment, the social and the society. Sustainability and ethics are no more longer optional. It has become a strategic important. So this involves a great integration in the sustainable and ethical practices, which is become as a component for the core of modern business management. So usually what we can say, sustainability, it refers to the practice which we need to meet in the modern business without compromising the generation gap and which is needed to balance towards economic growth, environmental pollution, protection, well-being, conceptualizing, and moreover, what we can say that bottom line. Bottom line, this is the 3 concepts which will come, that is people, planet, and profit. So this business manner has a sound morality, which looks transparent, face traders, accountability, not only in the business organization but also to all the stakeholders. So together, what we can say, sustainability and ethics of business, which makes a foundation, a strong foundation and responsible in each organization. It's not in the short term, it is a long viability which increases the trust complexity and interconnected with the world. Next. So there are a lot of things we can say that what traditional business is that is they were also following the ethics, but the thing is what they are behind what now in the modern business are there. So there is a competition in the businesses, technological awareness, lot of technological awareness. The people come and the consumers they are prefer the ethical concepts. They want the business to be conducted ethically. So we feel that everybody with the stakeholders, the consumers, the organization, everything expects something good from the business organization. So we need to follow the ethical practices. In case if it is unethically, what can be happen? So we can take a one case study, the example of Satyam Scanning, that Satyam Computer Services are there, that they have established in the year 1987 and it has closed down in the year 2009. Why? Because they have practiced not ethically. And some concepts they have, we cannot say that they have practiced unethically, but some ethics and some unethical practices they have made. Due to the unethical practices, they were failures and the business has been closed down. So what are the unethical practices they have done? Like example, financial statement. So whatever they have displayed the financial statement, there was some problem. Like what kind of a problem in the sense the assets and the liabilities, what they have shown and what they have exposed to the publicly, including the stakeholders, it was false. It was false. Then not only that, before exposing the financial statement, the practices related to accounting, that also was wrong. And there was a manipulation in the accounting practices. And there was a not good governance. Good governance, the management, they have not maintained the good governance, like appointing directors, the independent directors, board of directors, and auditing procedures. Many accounting practices. There was a loopholes with that, and the auditors. It is the responsibility of the auditor. They are supposed to follow the ethics, but they were failed. They were failed to follow the ethics. What the top management has advised and said to that, the same thing they have done, but they were unable to do the ethics properly. So that is the one reason there was a violation in the ethical practices, the principles. They did not show their honesty. Because they have given a false report, false submission, manipulation in the cash, manipulating cash. Then they were shown the personal gains instead of what the profit has been earned in the organization, that not has been disclosed. The falsification statement has been given, and there was no transparency, because when they have done many unethical practices, they cannot able to expose what the exact picture they had in the financial position that they have given submitted wrong, and they were not answerable. That is the reason in the year 2009 they fully exposed due to unethical practices which they have maintained. So the result what happened here, the subject computers, they destroyed their credibility. They lost the trust of the stakeholders. They lost the trust of the customers, because the investors are there. They believe on the financial position, what the practices they have done, what the financial position they have exposed, they have disclosed. Due to that, they will invest it, but due to this fake and falsification of the financial statement, what happened? They lost the trust and they were unanswerable. They don't have an accountability with the company, with the organization, any organization. When they do the business, there should be a transparency, but there was no transparency, because there was a hidden secret that what they have done, the fake. That is the reason the Satyam Computers has closed down there. They did not even follow the leadership, ethical leadership, they did not follow. That is the reason they have. So these are the reasons. Just I have taken up an example that the Satyam computers how they got a failure due to unethical practices. So that is the reason we need to follow some ethical practices, and that ethical practices should be sustained in the organization. Should be sustained. If not, what happened in the future, like how the Satyam computers has faced the problem, the same thing will happen. So that is the what in the growing we give a importance. Definitely we have to give a importance to the ethical practices which is sustained in the. So firstly, what happened? There was a lot of challenges are there. What kind of a challenges? Firstly there is a like a global warming, pollution, biodiversity, government organization, then individual. They are expecting something from the organization. That is why they have to rethink it how the business model should be done. The secondly, the most important are the stakeholders. As you know and who are the stakeholders, they are the investors, customers, employees, all who are trust in the organization. If the organization itself are not following the ethics, then it will be a problem, it will be a challenge. So the consumers, when nowadays when people are here, it was like that when they gave a less price of the product, usually by closing of their eyes they used to buy it, but nowadays it is not like that. The purchase decision, the behavior, the consumer behavior, when they buy the product they will decide which should be buy, what should be, whether it is an eco-friendly, it is a quality wise, they are maintaining the proper, even if they investment, the customers will see, and they expect from the organization the whatever the goods and the services, it should be ethically, and one more expectation, that is what we can say ESG. ESG is what environmental, social and governance. These concept is a very important concept here. All the environmental ethics will involve the societal as well as the governance. These are the three important concepts here nowadays in the modern society, where the technology, the advanced technology has adopted. So everybody expects something should be there, that should be feasible and that should be visible, that should have a transparency, as well as that can be possible to have gains in the business. So that is why I have divided it into two. That is, one is the sustainable practices and ethical practices. So if a company, when a company should have when they want the company to be in the growth and the development concept, and what are the ethical practices, what are the sustainable practices that they should have to do it. So some of the, I am not going to tell you that all the organizations they are not practicing. In some organizations they are practicing, some organizations they are failure to practices. So if the company, if the organization, any sector, if they want to practice the practices, that practices should be a sustainable, and sustainable means it should be retained for a long term, and that should be benefit for all the organization, to the stakeholders and who are all interested in the business. They should have a faith on the organization. When they want to have a faith from the stakeholders, the organization should have the practices. What kind of some of the examples I have taken here? That is what, using renewable energy, like reduction of fuel. But how can we convert it? That's a many organizations, they can convert it into solar energy, wind power, that reducing carbon dioxide, that what we can see in the science, CO2. That. So what happened here? There will be a clean energy which can enhance environmental responsibility, reducing the carbon dioxide. That some organization they are doing, and if all the organization uses the renewable energy, it will be a more benefited. Environmental awareness. Many are lag behind the environmental awareness. What the organization should have to, because all are not in the same range, or does not have the same knowledge. That is why every organization should have to conduct the program of awareness program, like whatever are there in the environment, how the employees will get affected, how they can increase their knowledge. So it is in every employee is must and should they have a knowledge of environment. So that program they have to conduct it. That can be retained forever. Once the person has been taken as training, and that will be retained forever, sustain forever. Next. Yeah. Supply chain management. Supply chain management, because here some may find difficulties because there are multiple suppliers will be there, multiple suppliers there. So they have what they have to ensure it. That is what it is a responsibility of the organization and the society. Is it audible? So there should be a Next is waste management and recycling. This is has become a very famous waste management and recycling. Many other. That is what we can do. What the product we use and it will be used, and that unused product, unused, that is unused materials that can be managed. How it can be management? It can be reused, recycling that can promote and clear approach. Then eco-friendly product. Nowadays it has become a fashion, no? Eco-friendly product. Even if you go and buy jaggery, organic jaggery, isn't it? Don't you feel? Everybody who are behind running, I don't know, many of they don't know what is organic and what is unorganic, but the people have become it as like a fashion, whether they are aware or not. Somebody is using the organic jaggery means everybody will use organic jaggery. Isn't it? Like that. So when the people, the consumer, because earlier the businesses were producers oriented. Producer oriented means what the producer feels, what to produce it, the product, they will produce that itself. But nowadays it is not like that. The traditional marketing, what expects is the consumer oriented. The manufacturer should have to manufacture the product as per the preference, need and the taste of the customer. So now the eco-friendly, many researchers are going on eco-friendly, isn't it? Eco-friendly, eco-environment, like that the product, whatever the product they manufacture, it should be designed eco-friendly. That is also one practice which can sustain forever. Next. Yeah. Energy efficiency method. Energy efficiency, this some that every business they have to use a machinery. And that machinery with a high technological, advanced technological, and what happens, they consumes a lot of energy. So that is what they have to do. Like they have to make a greenhouse gas emission. Means they have to lower the emission, because emission it is a pollution, isn't it? It is a pollution. So that they have to maintain. And packaging. So packaging, nowadays you go for a hotel. Earlier they used to use a plastic, isn't it? It is not a disposable, isn't it? Now the things are using. You go to hotel, they will give the spoons, isn't it? After having the spoon, that spoon you can eat. Have you seen? Anybody? Yeah, that is like it is like a biscuit, like ice cream. Ice cream cups you have. So in that ice cream, after eating ice cream, what do you do? Even that cup we eat, isn't it? It is like a biscuit. It is like a biscuit, isn't it? So that kind of a product they have to manage. That is the packing. The packing, it should not be like a plastic. That kind of it should be a eco-friendly. That kind of a packaging they have to do. Then green building and infrastructure. Green building and infrastructure in the sense, when the organization they wanted to start up a business, definitely they need a building. They need a building. When they have a building, at that time when they construct that building, the infrastructure should be eco-friendly. Eco-friendly means what they have to do, they have to keep windows, many windows, the ventilation, everything. So on that purpose, what happened? Electricity can be reduced. When you get the air, the fresh air from the outside, what will happen? Instead of using the fan, what you do? You open the window. So what happened here? The reduction of energy. So the green building. This is the it should be efficiently. The materials when they start, when they construct the building, they have to use it. They have to use it eco-friendly. There should be a ventilation. There should be a windows. There should be a adequate doors. All these or all will help us a green, that we can call it as a green building. Green building is not a quite different. It is a what? It is just what the reducing the energy, reducing the electricity, so we can have a ventilation. Next. Yeah, water conservation practices. Water conservation practices. So we consume a lot of water in the organization, even at home, also everywhere. We have to make the practice that what as much as consumption of water should be lesser. What happened? Recycling of water, harvesting. Many nowadays even the wastage of water also they are recycling. So that should be practiced. Every organization they have to practice that. We can consume the less water because wherever the regions are there scarcity of water in such regions. If the organization adopt these kind of a profit, it will be more benefited. Then sustainable transportation. Such means like nowadays we will be having electric vehicles for transportation, so that the consumption of fuel can be lesser. That can be done. Digital transformation. Nowadays, everybody, we are all managing digital transformation. That is what paperless. Even when nowadays we don't go for a bank, we use our phone pay. Even we don't go for an ATM to draw our money because the receipt and the bill which comes, it is a paper. So we are avoiding that. So even every organization, as much as possible, what they have to do, they have to use digitalization system so that we can reduce the paper and we can save the environment. Responsible of natural utilization. So every it is what it is ethics. It is an ethic of every business organization. They have to save the environment. So how the environment, the proper utilization of our resources should be there, and improper utilization of our resources, it is unethically, and it will be penalized. It will be penalized. So that is what we have to do. We have to manage what kind of raw materials we are using, how we can avoid the wastage, how we can manage for the long-term sustainability. Compliance with environmental standard. Environmental ethics is that we have a standard. Every organization need to follow the standards. Need to follow either it is a business, a traditional business, or it is a modern business. But everybody now adopting a modern business. Either it is a national business or international business. Every business they have to follow the standards and environmental standards. What they are supposed to do and what they are not supposed to do. That should be have a that makes a creditability in the global market. The reduction carbon footprint. Reduction carbon footprint in the sense, what is that? Reducing emission. Emission is the water, the pollution what we get during the transportation or in the many chemical factories. In all that, what happened? The emission is one of the big reason for the health purpose. Ill health, the people will fall ill health, and as it is being said, the one who works in the chemical industries, chemical organization, they have a age of lesser than the other, 10 years lesser than the others. Because the consumption of the emission and all. So that should have to be maintained. So these are some of the, still more are there. As the time constraint I have made in the short that some practice are there that can be sustained for a long time, some of the important. No, same thing when it is being, he says that it is sustained. How ethical? Ethics in the sense what? Some of the regulations, some of the constraints that every organization they have to follow. The must and should they have to follow it. The first is what? Transparency and disclosure. I think you are remembered I have taken a case of Satyam Computers, isn't it? But Satyam Computers, the one loophole what they have done, they did not have a transparency. The financial statement transparency was not there. I think you people have seen in the newspapers every year at the end of the financial year. You know financial year is when? When it ends? Yeah, 31st of March it ends. When it is ends, what happened? What they do? They have to disclose the financial statement publicly, so the public can see that what is the profit they have gained in the year, what is they have gained in the last year, so there is a transparency when the organization they are doing accounting practices. Definitely they will expose their financial statement in the newspaper so that the investors can see, the customers can see, the one who wants to buy the shares, wants to invest their money in the business, so they getting a clear picture, so that when there will be no suspension, no doubts. There is no doubt whether the company is earning or not. Can we invest it, or if we invest, do we get loss or not? Just these kind of a suspension things will not be there. So that is why it is a ethic, it is a rule. Every organization they have to disclose their account, their financial statement. That we can say it transparency. Transparency. There is no hidden. See, accountability. Whatever the organization they do in the organization, they should be answerable. They should be answerable. When they have a transparency, there is no need to hide anything. They don't know what are the things they have done in the organization, what is their performance, what they have taken a loan, how much the investors have invested, what the profit they are getting, what the loss they have got, what are the expenses, what losses, everything they know everything, because they have maintained accounting practice and transparency are there. They have exposed their financial statement so that they are answerable. Every organization, the higher authority, the top level management, they should be answerable. Then corporate governance, it is a very important concept, corporate governance. And also we can, once the organization maintains the corporate governance, we cannot call it as a good governance. Good governance is the management. Who should have to be there? Who are the managers? Who should be the top level? From the top level to the bottom level, who should be the person, and what the directors, many times it will happen unethically, they will appoint unethically, what according to the CB guidelines and according to the Companies Act 1956 and Companies Act 2000, how much? Yeah, 2013, according to the guidelines, what they have to do, they have to follow the appointment, the recruitment, who should do, and if the proper recruitment, proper person, proper from the group, proper channel, if they have appointed, whatever, they will manage the company very well, and the decision making, it should be a proper decision making, and all the policies, everything will be managed very clearly. When it is very clearly, everything has been done according to the ethics, according to the rules, according to the regulation, then that organization will be called as a good governance or corporate governance. They are doing the good governance. It's fair treatment of employee. It is also one of the ethics. It is also one of the ethics. It is a principle. What happened earlier, the employee, they were never treated as anything. Just they are employees. The organization, what they say, we are paying and we are doing the work. That's it. But it's not like that. Later, the management thinkers, they said a statement: employees are the assets of the organization. If the employees are not there, can the organization is possible to run? It's no way. Though the machines are lot, employees should be there. So that employee, the care should be taken by who? By the management, by the organization. There should not be discrimination of age, discrimination of a caste, isn't it? Not discriminating of work. The person who is eligible, one who is suitable for the organization, they have to be treated. They have to be treated according to the post, according to their cadre. They have to respect it. There should be a respectful treatment should be done by the organization. That is, we call it as a fair treatment to employees. Anti-corruption and anti-bribery. It has become common everywhere. There will be a corruption, there will be a bribery. If you want to work, we get it done, you have to pay under the table. Isn't it? Do you know under the table? Yeah. Not openly, secretly paying something to get the work done. That is unethical. The ethics, what it says, the work should be done as per the requirement. If the person is not eligible, if the person wants to get an appointment or something they wanted to show it in the accounts. They'll manipulate, taking some money. You go to some organization, some offices. You have to pay something taxes or something. Your hire will be there, and you want to do you if you pay some 1,000 rupees to the office people, what they'll do, they'll reduce your bill. So that is what it is a bribery. So there will be a corruption. So this is what unethical. So that should be unethical. That should have to be managed. And leadership, ethical leadership, which is what it is an act of honesty, fairness, and integrity. So here the employees need to follow the ethical leadership as per the cadre, as per the level. Then fair trade practice. Fair trade business is always engaged with the competition. Every business, either it is a small or it is a large scale organization. Large scale organizations, they are engaged with the work, involved in the competition. Either it may be the long term or it may be the short term. So there should be some rights, some protection that their trade should have to do it. Fair practice, there should not be any unethical. Human next, respect to human rights. Every human, they'll be having some rights. Everybody, either it will be the student, employee, or any other profession, they can either if they are go against to anything, then we can file a case as a human rights court we have, we can act as there and can file it. So before going to such things, the organization, they have to practice and respect the human right. Next, customer privacy and data protection. Data protection. So nowadays data protection is there or not? Can anybody say? Can anybody say data protection is there? Is there? No, you go to mall. For the building, they'll ask you to give a number, your phone number, isn't it? Will you give or not? You say you don't give. Then you say no, to generate the bill. Bill will automatically come to your WhatsApp. You have to give. Then what you will do? Will you give or not? You will give. Okay. Do you think that your number will be safe? The number will be safe? Anybody? No, your number will not. They will enter it as a big data and that will be given to other organizations, other sectors. So for the purpose of advertisement, what they do? You have not visited, you have not gone that, but automatically the advertisement come to your phone. How the people knows that your number? That is what leakage. So there is no protection and there is no privacy. You give something to keep it private. Will they keep it private? No. It will be exposed like anything. So that is what giving your number to somebody. It is what? It is unethical. So the organization, they have to keep privacy and protection of the customers or whoever it is. There is ethical decision. So usually the top management will take a decision making. When the decision takes, the decision should be proper. And if it is improper, it will affect entire to the organization, to the investors, customers, to the general public, to the environment, and everywhere. It spoils like anything. So the decision making, when taking the decision making, that should be ethical. The proper decision making should have to be taken. Honest communication and marketing. Honest. Nowadays, I believe nobody is honest. Nobody is honest means in the organization sector. Will you see the advertisement in the TV? Will you see or not? Will you see? Will you purchase online products? Anybody? Nobody will purchase? Raise up your hand. How many of you will purchase online products? Okay. When the product is delivered, will you get the same? Will you get the same? Sometimes. Many times. Same color you will get. Many times same color will not get. If you ask black, when it is delivered you will get grey. Isn't it? What they do? The photography. Isn't it? They show something and we will get something. That is what? Are they doing correct marketing? No. And they'll give advertise. with the help of a celebrity, so and so, like very attractive, inducing the customer to buy the product. Isn't it? They'll buy the product. Just their intention what? They'll induce the customers to buy the product, the purchaser what they do, the people they'll buy the product. But what happened? When you get it, it will not be the same. Isn't it? Many things, many fairness things. If you apply, you will become very fair. Take an example of a fair and lovely. Isn't it? I'm seeing from past 50 to 60 years. The one who applies fair and lovely, will they become fair? No, but still, since long time they are giving the advertisement fair and lovely. If you apply, you will become very fair. It's a false, right? I have not seen till now nobody, the one who is applying. But one of my friends, she is not very fair. Since childhood till now, she is applying the same. Now she is a 48 years. She has not become fair. Isn't it? So it is what? Falsification. They do what? There is no honest communication. They don't communicate it. That is what unethical communication. If you want to, if the organization want to sustain their customers, what they should have to do, they have to give the honest advertisement. But I don't think so. Nobody. Okay, that is what. If they do any falsification, that is unethical. Ethics what says honest communication, honest marketing they should do, and conflict on interest management. So here, avoiding. Everybody will be there. There will be a conflicts between the management and the employees, customers, sellers and buyers, everybody. So what happens when the conflicts will arise? When there is something improper policies. Proper policies avoids the conflicts. Whistleblower. Have you heard anybody? Whistleblowers? Whistleblower? Whistleblower. Okay, I'll ask you one thing. You'll buy something, okay? But what do you expect that same thing you will not get? Just something duplicate. Will you file a case in the court? Anybody here? Anybody has filed a case in the court? We have a consumer court, isn't it? Will we? No. What will say? I will leave it. Who will file the case? Isn't it? Delivery boys, they will come and food delivery app. Sometimes it will not be that good. Sometimes you will order for a two, you will get it one, and he will go off, and when you contact, you don't get that number. Isn't it? Will you case? There is a consumer court. Nobody will case. Isn't it? So the one who raised their voice against the organization, that person will be called as a whistleblower. Whistleblower. And the people in the organization itself, suppose the manager is torturing to the one employee. So employee what will do? He will be very scared. He don't voice his race. Why he don't voice his? If he voice a race, he complain it. He's in a higher position. He may do something. I may lose the job or something. Thinking of that by his own, he will keep quiet. When he raises his voice, the management should have to protect him. The person who raised, he is a whistleblower, and the ethics what it says. The person who raised the whistleblower, so the management, it is the responsibility of the management, he have to protect it. That is, if they go against it, is unethical. Compliance with law and regulation. Everybody from the sunrise to the sunset, we have to follow the rules and regulation. Even the organization, either when they are exposing their financial management, when they are practicing, everyone will be having the rules and regulations according to the act. According to the act, they have to follow the rules and regulations. It is a ethic, and also it increases the reputation of the organization. Then social responsibility and community engagement. It is the responsibility of the organization. They have to do whatever they do in the business. Either they sell the product or they do any other work for the sake of the purpose of whatever it may be, the market, it is an international or national market, or maybe the stock market, or any product and services, whatever it may be, it is their responsibility. They have to make the welfare of the society. They have to protect the society. The society should not get harmed. It is the responsibility of the organization They have to take the responsibility and communicative engagement. Is they have to engage in that what is that for the communicative of development. They should see that there should not be any social issues. Despite of all these advancement, maybe you have followed sustainable practices, ethical practices, but still, moreover, there will be a challenges are there. The challenges, without challenges, either it is a personal life or it is a business, whatever it may be, there will be a challenges, there will be issues, there will be issues, and it has become a crucial in the ethics. There will be a challenges. Without challenges, nothing is there. So, some highlights, very short I'll tell you because it's a time meeting. So, some challenges, both sustainable and ethical practices, high initial cost. High initial cost in the sense what happened? Some organization they can able to adjust with the high cost, some they cannot. So, it is a challenge. Lack of awareness and knowledge. Every employees will not be having a knowledge about the particular management and the practices. It should have to be trained. Then resistant change. Resistant change in the sense many organizations, small organizations are there still they are following the traditional concepts. But suddenly, if they wanted to change it in the market, modern concept, modern business, so it will be a challenge for them. Balancing profit and sustainability. They have to balance it, means they have to face difficulties in the short term competing with the long term. It is also a challenge. Lack of clear regulation. Some countries, some organizations, they don't have a clear regulation, so there will be a confusion. There is also a challenge. Supply chain complexity. This complexity is a word because many multiple suppliers will be there. So due to the multiple suppliers there are sometimes to whom they have to make as a chain to distribute the product. Greenwashing issues. This is what environmental friendly. Environmental friendly. There is also a challenge. Sometimes it will be possible. Sometimes it will be a difficult. Lack of skilled works in the modern business organization. Advanced technology will be adopted. Due to the advanced technology, so what will happen? Unable to get all the skilled work employees, so it is also a challenge. Competitive pressure. It's a competitive world, competitive business. So small organization cannot able to compete with a large organization. So sometimes it will happen if one person, businessman, reduces the price of the product. So forcibly the other sector, they have to reduce their price. It is a challenge. How they can manage? Will we be able to manage the quality with the less price or not? It is a very difficult task. Then cultural and regional difference. Cross culture we can say. Every region will be having a different culture. Depending on the region where they stay, they will be having a different culture. So depending on the different culture, the manufacturer should have to produce the product. It is also a challenge. In one region, he'll manage it, but like example, I take it quality wise. So the poor people, they don't mind about the quality. The person, a rich person, what he do? He prefer on a quality. So it will, like every manager, they have to manufacture what they have to do. They have to manufacture the product in the different ranges, and the different qualities. And the region, in some region it will be a very good sale, and some region it is unable to sell because they are unaware of the quality, unaware of the traditional. So it will be a great challenge. Next, technological limitation. The small organization here, when they are adopting the infrastructure, modern machineries, the advanced technology, so what will happen? They cannot afford it all. They cannot adopt the advanced technology. It is also a challenge. Then short-term business focus. So suddenly we cannot go up to the long-term stability. So short-term converting into a long-term, it is also a challenge. Lack of top management. Top management should be the proper structure because they are the one they will implement. So if the top management are not in the proper way, then it will be a issue. Then consumer price sensitive. It's a very sensitive matter. Consumer prefers always less price with a good quality. It is very difficult task. Less price with a good quality. Both cannot go together. So it is also done. So many things are there that in spite of adopting sustainable practice, ethical practice, still more challenges are there for the business. Either it may be the small business or it may be the large scale business. So what they can do, they can make it their target for the future purpose. The goal emission, it should be zero. They have to adopt ESG, that is environmental, social and governance. Then some new things they have to work, that is innovation. Then green technology should have paperless. And one of the modern thing is what? Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence should adopt it in an organization, but it is very difficult in every organization, large scale, medium and large scale industries. The organization they can adopt small scale industries. They are very difficult and they have to try it out. Then government regulation they have to adopt it. Then climate risk management. So climate always not be the same. It will be different in the different time. So it is a risk and that need to be managed and shift towards post-driven business. Means from the traditional business to the modern business. Modern because all AI, different technologies, advanced technology, everything has been arrived. So it is every organization they have to think it how the traditional businesses should have to be converted to the modern business. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for that insightful and informative session. Your valuable thoughts have certainly enhanced our understanding of sustainable and ethical business practices. Now, I request Mrs. Vidya B.S., Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, to introduce our chairperson, Dr. Manju S., Professor, Government Women's College, Huzur, and to kindly invite him to take over the proceedings of the session.
It is my privilege to introduce our esteemed chairperson for this technical session. Dr. Manju S. is a distinguished academician with over 3 decades of rich teaching experience in the field of commerce and management. He is currently serving as professor and in charge principal at Government Women's College, Mysore. He holds a bachelor's degree in business management from Maharaja College, Mysore, a master's degree in commerce from the University of Mysore, and was awarded his PhD in the year 2011 from the University of Mysore. Dr. Manju has made significant contributions to academics through his research with several publications in reputed national and international journals, as well as contributions to leading newspapers. He has also served as a resource person at various academic and administrative platforms and has trained gazetted officers at the Administrative Training Institute, Mysore. His academic excellence extends beyond national boundaries as he presented a research paper at Harvard University, Boston, USA in 2013, which is a remarkable achievement. He has also been actively involved in academic governance, having served as a member of the Board of Studies and Board of Examiners at reputed institutions and contributed as a course coordinator for a UGC MOOC course in business statistics at the national level. In addition, he has taught at prestigious professional bodies such as the Institute of Company Secretaries of India and the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, reflecting his wide expertise and commitment to education. With his vast experience, academic leadership, and dedication, Dr. Manju S. continues to inspire students and educators alike. We are truly honored to have you with us, sir. With this, I humbly request our respected chairperson, Dr. Manju S., to kindly take over the session.
Good afternoon to one and all being present here. First of all, I would like to apologize to organizers and the audience that I came late, so I'm very sorry. Uh, so there was some confusion about the scheduling of this session. Now, because of my late arrival, Madam had to hurry through her presentation. So I think she got a less time for her presentation. So first of all, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the management, the principal, and the staff for providing me this opportunity to chair this session. So, this sustainability and ethical practices in modern business management is a very hot topic, a much debated topic. And this sustainability is on the fire in the West Asia war. Okay, so humanity is destroyed because of the war between America, Israel, and Iran. And non-renewable energy resources are destroyed. Civilization is destroyed. Many people are losing their lives. Okay, and it is affecting the whole world. And in this backdrop, so we are discussing about what is this sustainability and ethical practices. So ethical practices has taken a backstage. The clash of egos has taken the front stage. That is the result. That's the reason behind this war that is taking place. Okay, either Ukraine and Russia or Israel. Okay, and Iran and the American one. So obviously, Madam has covered. Okay, so in detail, she has enlightened you the conceptual aspects of this sustainability and the ethical standards. When it comes to sustainability, okay, so there is a change in the industrial landscape. Okay, so this evolving industrial landscape, in this backdrop, the sustainability and ethics have become two critical pillars of responsible management practices. Nowadays, the companies must grapple with the challenges of environmental degradation, social inequality, and ethical dilemmas. Okay, so sustainable and ethical management. Now, what is the remedy for this? Maybe social inequality, environmental degradation, or ethical dilemmas. So, sustainable and ethical management is an approach that seeks to address these issues. Okay, so if you want to address these issues, we need this sustainable and ethical management approach. Only then, what happens? It ensures the long-term survival of the organization, long-term viability of the organization depends when the organizations pay attention to sustainable practices and ethical practices. So, as Madam was telling, the business organizations earlier focused on two things. One is profitability and another one is short-term gains. But this sustainability goes beyond these two things, that is profitability and short-term gain. So, what is sustainability? Sustainability is commitment to managing resources. So, there should be commitment on the part of the management, on the part of the stakeholders to manage resources in a way that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their own needs. So, see, in sustainability practices, it is said that the planet, this Earth is the planet we have borrowed from our future generation. Okay, we don't want it. We have borrowed it from our future generation. So, we should return it. Okay, as it is to the future generation. So we should not exploit the resources. This sustainability encompasses three dimensions. They are, first one is environmental sustainability, social sustainability, and economic sustainability. So these are the three things. Okay, so this sustainability focuses on. It is also called triple bottom line. It is also called triple bottom line, that is people, planet, and the profit. Okay. So sustainable development is a sweet spot. Okay, so it's a platform where human, social, and environmental and economic needs can be satisfied all at the same time without neglecting one another. Okay, so there is an opportunity to meet all these needs at the same time. Okay, so that is very important. Then when you say that a business is sustainable, so there are four things when we can say that a business is sustainable. One is when it is profitable. Of course, so business organizations must think of earning profits. There should be ROE or ROI. So profitable and growing. Second one ensures cares about employees by paying reasonable salaries, providing benefits and education. It cares about local community and society. So care towards local community and society is very important. Respecting environment. So that's very important. Okay. So profit, growth, then employees, and then local community and society at large, and respectability to environment. So these are the various issues upon which this sustainability must focus. So just I will take 2 minutes to give you some practical examples how in present days the various companies have taken the sustainability initiatives. Okay. So first of all, I would like to give you the example of the Dabur India's initiative. It's called the Desert Bloom. Okay, the initiative, the sustainability initiative taken up by this Dabur company, the Dabur company. So what it has done is through eco-friendly technologies like water conservation, water harvesting and conservation, recharging of wells, okay, and planting trees. Because of this Desert Bloom initiative, now you may be surprised to know that Thar Desert is now richer. I mean, you can see green vegetation in Thar Desert. Okay, so it has been converted into agricultural land. Okay, so we can do the cultivation. So now, what is surprising is that the water level has increased by 10 feet in this Thar Desert. Okay, so 10 feet. And for 6 villages, the water is available throughout the year. Round the year, the water is available in Rajasthan. Okay, and second one is that when it comes to promoting solar energy, 100 solar streets villages can be found in UP. 100 solar street, okay, villages can be found in UP. 730 solar lamps have been distributed so far, till date, and this has benefited more than 3,365 families. Okay, so in UP and Rajasthan. And when it comes to plantation drive, what company has done is that it has made an initiative. The name of that initiative is called Ghar Ki Bhagya. So in this Ghar Ki Bhagya, what company has done that it has distributed plants to the community where this plant should provide them vegetables, fruits. Okay, so it has got two benefits. One is it provides nutritious fruits and vegetables to this community, as well it provides additional income to this community. So like this, okay, so there are many other companies, okay, so due to which have taken up very good initiatives, okay, but due to time constraint, also I would like to conclude that plenty of literature is available on Google, okay, and there are good number of YouTube lectures available on about sustainability and ethical practices. So after okay, so during your free time, so you can watch those things and enlighten yourself. So I once again extend my heartfelt I congratulate Dikshat Madam for having covered at length the various dimensions of ethical and sustainability practices in modern business management. She has also quoted the Satyam computers. So when I was visiting IIM Bangalore, I was reading a lot about the Satyam computers. It earned the CSR awards. It was in 2001 and 2, but 2007 and 9, the company was closed because of the bad reputation, because of asatyam in their financial statements. Okay, so I once again apologize to the management and I extend my sincere thanks for giving me this opportunity. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable observations and for effectively chairing this technical session. Your insightful remarks have added great value to today's discussion. As we come to the end of this technical session, I request Mr. Kumar R., Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my great pleasure and privilege to deliver the vote of thanks for this insightful technical session of the International Conference under the Department of Commerce and Management on the topic Sustainable and Ethical Practices in Modern Business Management. First of all, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our respected chairperson, Dr. Manju S. Professor, Government Women College, Hunsur, for kindly chairing this technical session. Sir, your valuable presence, insightful observations, and academic guidance have truly enriched our understanding of the session. Thank you, sir. I would also like to sincerely thank our esteemed speaker, Dr. Dilshad Begum, Associate Professor, Department of Commerce, Government Autonomous College, Mandya University, Mandya, for delivering such an enlightening and thought-provoking talk, sustainable and ethical practices in today's business environment. We are very grateful to you, ma'am. I extend my sincere gratitude to our respected principal in our absence, Dr. Soumya Irappa K. Her constant encouragement, support and leadership have played a vital role in this session. We are very grateful to you, ma'am. My special thanks to all the research scholars, participants, paper presenters and students for your enthusiastic participation, active engagement which made this technical session lively, meaningful and academically enriching. Thank you. I would also like to acknowledge and thank all the teaching and non-teaching staff members for their continuous support, coordination, dedicated effort behind the scenes and ensuring smooth conduct of the session. Last but not the least, I thank each and everyone present here making this technical session a grand success. Thank you all once again. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, sir. With this, we conclude the technical session on sustainable and ethical practices in modern business management. Thank you all for your active participation and valuable presence. Now, I request all to kindly move for your lunch. Participants, participants kindly move to room number 106, first floor for the lunch. 120. Offline participants, by 120, 150, you have to be in seminar hall for the paper presentation. Yes, sir.